If you've been called to an oral argument, what should you be prepared to expect? In most oral arguments, a judge is not going to accept evidence. This means that the judge is just going to hear argument from the two attorneys about either an accepted set of facts or something the judge has already decided is factually true. The judge might be hearing argument on whether to throw out a lawsuit, whether to grant summary judgment based on the facts that have been presented by both parties, what to do after a trial to mold a verdict. There are many types of oral arguments that happen. If you're a party to a case and you show up, you might wonder what sort of things is the judge going to ask. The judge will typically ask questions about what's in the record. Even if the judge has read everything, they may have questions about, did anybody testify that the light was green or that the light was red? Is there any testimony anywhere that would prove that this hospital was negligent, or is there anything that you can use to support that argument? Typically, the judge is going to ask the attorneys these questions and not you as a party. The attorneys will be prepared to answer these questions. They might point to the record. They might argue why that question isn't the relevant question. Judges can ask a lot of hypothetical questions at oral argument. They might ask your attorney, well, if I granted this judgment in this case, would that affect the way other cases that are similar are decided? Is this case controlled by a precedent, a lawsuit from 100 years ago that you've never heard of? Is this something that a statute that changed 30 years ago affects the way that we should read an older case? Oral arguments are typically technical arguments about the law and the law's application to the facts. If you're attending oral argument, talk with your attorney ahead of time about what to expect, but in most cases, you won't have to speak up or say anything. It's your attorney's job to be prepared for that and to answer the judge's questions.